Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be showing you how to make Afang soup. So sit back, relax and let's get going. I usually start with boiling my meat. So here I'm using goat's meat, and because I'm also using dried periwinkles, I also added them so we could boil together and get soft at the same time. So I boil my goat meat, periwinkles, stockfish and dry fish all cleaned and ready to go. So once that is boiled, I then add my palm oil. Now, depending on how you like your stew, you can add more or less palm oil. And now I'm going to add my crayfish into the pot. You can see, I think I used a tablespoon or so of crayfish. I also like to add some red shrimp, so you can see it's some blended red shrimps as well. It gives it that extra flavor. So once you add this, you also add your nut cubes to the pot, and then you give it a good stir. Now you'll also see that I did not add any salt. I already seasoned my meat very well. So just to make sure it's not salty, I just added only seasoning cubes, and then you can taste and add later. So I also like to pulse my spinach and also pulse my afang leaves or my okazi leaves. So I would pulse it and drain it. So now I'm showing you my machine and what exactly I mean. That is the pulse button. I don't use any other thing just because I don't want it to be too smooth. So I use the pulse, so it just gives you that effect when you pound it. So at this point, I'm going to be adding my afang or my okazi leaves. So you see, I have paused it, drained out the water, and now I'm just going to be pouring it into the pot. So yeah, you can use a spoon to scoop it into the pot, or you can just pour it into the pot. I'm going to be adding more afang leaves. I know at this point it feels like the water or the stock in my soup is a lot, but don't worry, keep watching and you see how the water would kind of like just dry away and you probably won't see any kind of water. So afang leaf is not a watery soup, just so you know. You don't need so much water in the soup. So make sure you boil your meat until the water is almost dry, and then you can start to add your leaves. So now I'm giving it okazi a good stir. See, now it's all stirred. You can't even see so much water in it. Now it's time to add my spinach. So remember, I've also drained this. Make sure if you're using spinach tend to have a lot of water, so make sure that once you pulse it, use drain it, or you use a drain, just to get all the water out for a couple of minutes before adding it to your soup. So now I've given both of them a good stir. I'm just going to cover and let it simmer. So this is a couple of minutes after, and I'm just going to take a look at my pot. Now is the time where you want to taste and add any extra seasoning if you like. If you think you need more salt, you can add a little bit more salt. If you think you need more Maggi, you can add a little bit of Maggi. So one tip or one secret I want to give you guys is, just before I turn off the soup, I always like to sprinkle a little bit of crayfish on the soup and just let it simmer for another 1-2 minutes. The extra flavor it adds is amazing. So you can try that anytime you're cooking any kind of soup that requires crayfish. Just add the crayfish towards the end and see. So this is the end result. My afang soup is ready. I am now ready to have it with some poundo. Yeah, whoop whoop. So yeah, I have goat meat, I have shaki, I have roundabout, I have more, I have periwinkles, dry fish, stockfish, all loaded in this afang soup. This is the kind of afang soup that you serve to Bay and he will start to pray for you. So if you're looking for that Range Rover, this is the kind of soup to cook. Make sure it is loaded with everything you can find. My snail was, I didn't have any other snail, so I would have added snail and this would have been a killer meal. So try this recipe, serve it to your family. Let me know what you think. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, comment on the video, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and make sure you're always tuned in every week. Thank you so much. I love you, and I wish you guys happy quarantine. Bye.